What's up, guys? It's Brandon from Box Office Banner and Box Office Banner Movies, the group that I just made. And I'm so glad that so many of y'all have joined and so many of y'all have been so engaging in there. And I appreciate it so much. One of the things that I was saying I was going to do, I was going to try to make the group more interactive. And I also thought, hey, this can be an exclusive for the YouTube page as well to, provide more incentive for people to check out the YouTube page rather than just watching the podcast on Facebook or where I post in the group. And what I'm talking about, of course, is Top 5 Thursdays. Now, you might not have known that it was going to be on Thursdays, but I had made a post and I basically said, if it's successful enough, we'll start doing top fives of your choice every single week. And the reason I say your choice is because you're going to comment on that thread and tell me the top 5 I should do. Now, the good news is let me rewind a little bit. Essentially, out of all of those submissions that all of y'all do individually, I will pick what I think is the best. And then I will do that for that week. And then the following week, we'll have some more submissions from all y'all. And then we will pick from the best of those. But, there is a but. I talked to the other guys about it, and I think at least here and there, they might pick up the slack on the other top 5s that aren't getting answered. So you might get one from me, and then you might be like, oh, he didn't pick my question. Well, maybe Tyler picks up your question and does it. That doesn't mean every week we're going to get 2, 3, 4. Hopefully we get 4 every week individually from each guy. But for me personally, I'll be doing this every week as long as y'all have top 5s you want me to do. And out of the ones that I saw that I chose to do, I'm going to do Jan Miller's top 5 scores in movies. And I got to tell you, this is not easy. I had such a hard time racking my brain, and it wasn't even scores. I think it was soundtracks, but I'm going to do a little bit of both, score, soundtrack. It was hard to narrow this list down, honestly. I was sitting there, racking my brain, like I said, what, man? There's so many movies that I really enjoy the score in, but yet I find myself, I can't really even remember the score. I know in the moment I will enjoy it during the movie, but I can't remember the score. So it was so hard for me to narrow it down. But I know there's so many musical cues in movies that I enjoy so much. But I guess I pick the 5 that popped in my head the quickest on this one. This one can be expanded. We can even have a part 2. But here's 5 musical scores that I essentially adore. For one, Halloween. And I ain't even going to hit you with John Carpenter's Halloween. And this will be my number 5, I guess. I'm going to hit you with Halloween 3. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, is not only an underrated movie. Yes, I said it. The score is amazing. This is a score around the time every October hits. I let this score play. I roll my windows down, and I'm in that scene at the beginning of the movie where you got the credits, the beginning credits, and then next thing you know, you're past the beginning credits and you are moving on to him running, the guy in the beginning is running away from what you find out are basically these cyborgs, and you know the whole story. I'm basically in that scene, in that movie, and it is so intense when I listen to it. Halloween 3 has such an underrated score, guys, to go along with an underrated movie. Again, watch that movie if you haven't. My number 4 would have to be Mortal Kombat! Yes, the Mortal Kombat. That is not only a guilty pleasure of mine from when I was younger, but beyond that, though, dude, Mortal Kombat, the theme song, the Sonya, Johnny Cage, Raiden, all that shit, dude. When I first heard that shit at the theater, the goosebumps were rising. I was so young, and I just couldn't get enough of that movie. And a big reason is because of the score. And it's not even just that. All the little musical cues within that movie, like when Sub-Zero freezes the one guard who's thinking he's hard and shit, and he freezes him, and then he just bursts to the ground. There's that build-up, that doom, and you feel it, man. Mortal Kombat, dude, to this day, dude, I be getting goosebumps when I watch that. That is a guilty pleasure from hell for me, and the score is a big reason why. And then I guess we'll kick it over to the big boss. Let's keep it martial arts wise. And actually, this is a tricky one. This one is actually also called Fist of Fury. It's called Big Boss. It's a Bruce Lee movie for for those of you that don't know. Big Boss is the original title. But Fist of Fury is what it was released as in the U.S. And I actually prefer the Fist of Fury version strictly because of the score. It's one of my favorite scores of all time. Just watching Bruce Lee go around whooping people's asses with this score. It really, there's some heartfelt moments like in musical cues in it too. It's amazing, man. And when they brought it over to the States, they had this guy, wish I knew his name right now. It probably doesn't say it on the back here, but essentially he spruced it up a bit, made the movie that much more powerful. Now, normally I don't like to watch dubbing, but I literally cannot watch the original version that's the Big Boss, because without that music, it takes away from the film so much. You're going to want to watch the dub version of this if you watch it. I'm just telling you now, it sounds ridiculous, but you're going to need that score, unless, of course, you can find the Big Boss version of it with that score, and I don't know if that exists. And if y'all do, y'all might be able to help me with that. Good Lord, because that is my shit. And then we'll jump to another one, The Strangers. And now for me, this is more of a thing where there's just a moment in the film. The score in general is pretty good, but The Strangers, dude, when Liv Tyler is there alone, I believe she's alone in this moment, when that record starts skipping and you hear that music start going, that is so eerie and so powerful. And I still remember to this day when I saw that trailer. It's one of the best trailers from a movie ever, in my opinion. I was so sold on going to see The Strangers opening night, and a big reason is that score, because they had it in the trailer and they had it and then it took it to another level. That's what the best scores do, man. They elevate the movie in ways that you can't even imagine. I swear, and The Strangers is nothing short of that, and it has a lot to do with not just the overall sounds and music, and even the sounds of the boom, 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 boom. So well done with the sound effects and shit. But it's that music that this is good. I can't even do a good impression. I got a few impressions. I ain't got that. Whatever that is, keep doing it, because that shit fucked me up when I first saw it. And it still does a little bit to this day. And last but not least, the very underrated James Wan film, Death Sentence, man. I got to give a shout out to this movie, the whole score in general. And then that one sound cue they bring back, this mainly, is that there's just such sadness in it. The scene where Kevin Bacon's in the shower, realizing what he just did. You know, he just lost his son, and then he goes after the rival gang. I don't want to give away too much. I mean, I guess I gave away a big point of the movie, but that's the very beginning of the movie, so it's not that big of a spoiler, but this ain't about, the story. But I got to tell you that to build up to this, because you have that moment where Kevin Bacon's just breaking down in the shower and he's crying. There's like no actual sound really of him crying once the music picks up, and the music takes over and takes you the rest of the way. And all the little musical cues in that movie, and especially that one, oh my God, dude, hit me right here. Chills, goosebumps. I feel like even talking about it. And overall, guys, compliments to Jan Miller for the question. This would be my top 5, at least now. You know how it is, man. I'll be like, shit, I forgot that one, didn't I? Damn. How did I forget? And I forgot about that. You know that's going to happen, but the 5 that I kind of cheated. I just looked through all my movies in my movie room. I was like, okay, yeah, that one stands out. Oh, yeah, and that one. I just kind of got 5 together, and this is 5 that are very impactful for me personally. I'd love to hear what y'all scores are. That would be fucking phenomenal to me, actually. Let me know what y'all like, because y'all done put me on to so many new movies, I don't even know where to start, dude. My Amazon cart is overflowing. I didn't even know you could overflow an Amazon cart. Blowing my mind here, guys. Let me know about all these scores. Let me know about... Just keep letting me know shit in general, because y'all are putting me onto stuff, like I said. But in general, let me know the scores that you love the most and soundtracks you love the most of the different movies. And, maybe I'll have a movie I forgot about. Like, damn, dude, that was a good score in that movie, wasn't it? Because sometimes it takes me back. Because I don't know if y'all ever do that. Sometimes I'll pop in a movie and I'm like, damn, dude, the music in this is great. It happens, guys. Let me know that shit, and make sure y'all have them questions ready so we can keep doing these top 5s and knocking them out and make it more interactive for you guys, because I know y'all got questions. I know y'all want it. I mean, it don't matter. It could be anything. What's your top 5 Will Ferrell movies? What's this? What's that? Just give us top 5s, dude. We'll run them off for you. It'll be a YouTube page exclusive, and then, of course, we will drop it on the page every Thursday. Top 5 Thursdays. Let's make it happen, y'all. We appreciate it. Y'all are making the group go to new levels already. Thank you so much. One love. Not to quote Saul. Shit. Dude, Pineapple Express has a great score. Has a great score, don't it? I'm not even going to go into that. It's 6 movies. Pineapple Express 2. Okay, I'll see y'all. Bye.